Hey everybody, welcome back to the session. A very good evening first of all. I'll be sending you the data set. If you have missed the data set in the previous class, I'll be quickly enabling the chat also. Okay, I've sent you the data set. Now, if you don't have it, kindly download it and upload it to the collaboratory. Okay. Uh, first we'll do first we'll do that. We'll upload the data set to the collaboratory. So once it has been uploaded, now we'll move back to wherever we have written the data frame. And from there onwards, we'll click on runtime and click run cell and below. Okay. So this is what we have done in the previous class. That is, first of all, we have imported the dataset, that is np.csv. We have several functions that we have learned. That is, we have got shape to understand rows and columns, understanding the size, understanding the description, understanding the information, checking whether we have any null values or not, dropping a particular rows according to the question. We had a question where we are supposed to rename a particular column. That is, from number we are supposed to change that to chest number, and also from weight we were supposed to change that to weight in lbs, that is weight in pounds. Also we were supposed to change height in inches to height in feet, correct? And we had several questions. So question number one was, find the name of the players with the highest salary, find the name of the players weighing above 180 pounds, filter out all the players with the height less than 6.2 and the count the number of players. Next we had filter the data with more than 35 years of age, and also find the number of records with the PF position. And the last question was this one, which team has the highest occurrence in the data, correct? So till here, I think everyone has completed it. Question number 6 and question number 7, I have asked you to do it by yourself, right? So question number 6 was, which team has the highest number of youngest players? Youngest players, that means age less than or equal to 25, playing in the position PF or SF. Okay, so just by saying this particular question, can you tell me what are the columns that we are dealing with? Or basically, what are the columns we are supposed to deal with? Okay, I want everyone to reply now. Which team has the highest number of youngest players? So basically, it is age, right? So let us put one of the condition here. We'll mention DF of age should be basically lesser than or it should be equal to 25. Correct? Let's run it. Okay, we are getting it. After that, they should be either playing in the position PF or SF. So we are supposed to use an AND operator, correct? So inside it, I taught you something. Okay, I taught you something which works like just like an OR operator. Can you just tell me what function we have used? I taught you one function which works just like an OR operator. I'll tell you what is that function. So we are using the position column, and we are going to use the is in function. Okay, from this is in function, we are going to apply both values. That is, one is PF and one more is ESF. Okay, let us run it. Okay, you're getting the values in the form of true and false, but let us enclose this with the help of square brackets, and let us enclose with the data frame. Now we can see we are getting only those values where the age is basically lesser than 25. Also, if they are playing the position, where's the position? Yes, PF or ESF. Okay, but still our question is not done. Question why it is not done, because which team has the highest number of youngest players is given, right? Which team has the highest number of youngest players? So we are supposed to get only the teams from this entire output, right? From we are supposed to get only the team column. So let us extract only the team column now. Okay, now we are getting the team column. Can you tell me what we are supposed to do after this? Again, I'll repeat the question. Which team has the highest number of youngest players? So can I say how many times this particular team, for example, Boston Celtics, you can see 2 times it has been repeated. So can I say 2 young players are there here, and they are basically playing in the position PF or ESF? Because from the condition only we have taken this. Yes or no? So can I say I can make use of the same function that we have used yesterday, that is value counts? Correct? Open and close bracket. I'm sorry, C is small letter. Yes. So you can see the values where basically Chicago Bulls has very much youngest players basically playing in the position PF or ESF. And also, these are the teams which have least number of values. But again, it is not in the same row. So to make it in the same row, you can make use of the reset index. And you can see this output. Now, this is the output we are expecting. Okay. So every time you do this, I mean, first of all, you see the condition, whatever is given. Then you are supposed to extract a particular column, then put the function that you require. So this is question number 6. I hope this is very much clear. Any doubts? Kindly let me know in the chat box if you have any doubts. We'll move on to the question number 7. Okay. So question number 7 says that what is the sum of the salaries of all the players with chest number 41? I repeat the question once again. What is the sum of the salaries? Okay, that means what is the total salaries of the players with a chest number 41? So basically, we have to write a condition for, I mean, we are supposed to get only the salaries of the chest number 41 and we are basically sum it up. Okay, we are supposed to basically sum it up. Okay, so let us extract the chest number, which is actually equal to 41, right? So we'll enclose this with the square bracket and let us enclose with the data frame and let's see. Okay, we can, how many values we can see? We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 values. Now out of these 6 values, we just want the salary, right? We just want the salary. So outside the square bracket here, you're supposed to access the column, particular column, that is salary column. Run it. Now you're getting only the salary column. Now from the salary column, you want the sum. So what I'm supposed to do, you can make use of the function that is the sum function. Okay, open and close bracket, and you can run it. This is the total value that you are expecting. Now, if you don't want this NP or floor 64, then all these brackets, what you can do is you can make use of the print statement to eliminate all these statements. You can see we are getting the statement that we require. Okay, or basically the value that we require. Now, if you did not understand this, kindly let me know in the chat box. Otherwise, we can move on to the question number 8. And those who did not understand question number 6 or question number 5, don't worry. I'll get back to all these questions once again. Okay, we'll have a quick revision of this all these questions once again. We'll do it once again once we go to the next what is our data set. Okay. Yes. We'll move on to question number 8 now. What is the average salary received by the players who are 23 or younger in the Chicago Bulls? I'll repeat the question once again. What is the average salary received by the players who are basically 23 or younger? And they should be in the team Chicago Bulls. Now we have two conditions. So I want everyone to mention those two conditions. Only then I'll be moving forward. I want everyone to give yes. I want everyone to give the conditions. So what is the condition? What is the condition? The condition is the team should be basically equal to the Chicago Bulls. And one more condition is the age should be basically lesser. I mean, it should be equal to or lesser than 23. Okay. DF means the data frame. Okay. If you do not understand this, kindly go to the first class that we have where we have done all these stuffs. Okay. So let us mention all this conditions. We'll mention the DF of age is lesser than or equal to 23. Now, this is one condition that we have written. We have one more condition. What's one more condition? The team should be equal to Chicago Bulls. Equal to Chicago Bulls. We'll write that. I hope it is correct. Let's run it. Okay, we can see all the false value. We'll enclose this with the data frame. Okay, so we have two values. Okay, we have only two values. Now, out of these two values, we are supposed to get only the salary column, yes or no? So outside this square bracket, just mention the salary column. That means you're extracting only the salary column from this entire output. So you can see 525093, this is one of the salary, and 1391160. Now, this is one more salary. But we are supposed to get only the average salary. So just use a function that is a mean function. Simple. Open and close bracket. So you can see this is the output. That is 958126.5 should be your answer. And also, if you want to, if you don't want to display all this np.float64 and all these brackets, put a print statement before the data frame. Simple. Okay. I hope this is also very much clear. Let's move on to the next question now. Now, this question also you're supposed to tell me because all these topics are already been completed. What is the average age of the players from the rows 201 to 250? Okay, first thing that you're going to tell me is how to extract 201th row to 250th row. Very good. We are supposed to make use of the LOC function, or basically the log function. So we'll extract df dot LOC, and here we'll mention the number of, the row number, but we cannot mention the direct index, direct value as 201 because it has an index value. Index value always starts from 0, right? So what are you supposed to do? What row we are supposed to start with? Yes, so let us start with 200. Let's see. Let us start with 200. And we are supposed to go till 250. Let's see. Let's see. So what column? Okay, it is okay. It is starting from 200 only. Okay. So if you mention, I'm sorry, it is starting from 200 only. So let us mention 201 now. Because we want from, okay, now we're getting 201, but I think it is ending at 249. No, it is ending at 250 only. Okay, no problem then. I think, okay, I forgot to mention something. In LOC function, okay, in LOC, or basically in location function, it doesn't have n minus 1 attribute. What do you mean by n minus 1 attribute? See, if you, whatever value you give here, okay, exactly same values will be displayed. So that is the meaning of you're getting the correct values, okay? So if you mention 201 and 250, basically you'll get the values from 201 to 250. So it's not like 250 minus 1 or basically n minus 1. So if you run it, you're getting the same values, that is from 201 to 250. Okay, now we're getting the values, but what is the question? See the question. What is the average age of the players? Now, from this entire thing, we are supposed to extract one particular column, correct? So what I'll do is, I'll make sure I'll put this inside a variable called as condition, okay? And from this, okay, if I run this condition, obviously you can see I'm getting the same value. Now, from this condition, I'll be accessing one particular column. Let's say I want to access age column, okay? Because we want the average age. So where it is access the age columns. Let's run it. So you're getting the age column. Now what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to get the average age. Simple. Make sure you're using the mean function to get the average. So you can see 26.62 is the average age of the players between 201 to 250. Okay. Next. What is the weight in kgs? Okay, what is the weight in kgs for 112th record, that is 111th index? Okay, I want everyone to reply in the chat box. Do we have weight in kgs? If I run the data frame, you can see the column names that we have here, right? Do we have a column called as weight in kgs? No. But do we have weight in lbs or weight in pounds? Yes. Okay, we have weight in lbs. Can I convert this weight in pounds to weight in kgs? Is there any method that I can convert this weight in pounds into weight in kgs? Yes, there is a method. So to find this method, let's go to Google and let's type here pounds to kg formula. Okay, we'll find the formula here. We'll search for it. Okay, you can see it is saying that 1 pound is equal to 4.53 59.237 kg. So basically, you are supposed to multiply the pound with this value, correct? So what I'll do is I'll just copy this value. I'll copy this value. We'll go back. We'll go back. Now here, let us create a new column. I till now I did not made you understand how to create a new column, right? So here, let me make you understand how to create a new column. Creating a new column. Okay. So let us understand how to create a new column. First of all, it's very, very, very simple how to create a new column. First thing that you're going to do is you are extracting a column which is not present in your existing data set. Okay. You are extracting a column. Again, I'll repeat it. You're extracting a column which is not present in the existing data set. So what we want to add, we want to add weight in kgs, right? So that column name you're supposed to give it here. So whatever new name you want to, I mean, basically you're giving that here. After that, you're equating. Now you're writing the formula. So what is the formula? The whatever pounds is there, right? Weights in pounds is there. That should be multiplied by the given value. That is 0.45359237. Okay. Now let's see whether if I run it, whether it will be added into our system or not, added into our data set or not. Let's run it. Okay, it is running perfectly. Well, go to the next cell and let's run the df. Okay, can you see? We have something called as weight in kgs now, correct? Yes or no? I hope everyone is able to understand how did we do this. First of all, you are mentioning a simple thing that which basically doesn't occur in our data set. That is weight in kgs. And then you're writing the formula directly. So what happens is it will basically multiply and it will add up the value, but it will add up the value in a new column called as weight in kgs. Simple. Okay. Now let's go back to the previous question. Let's go back to the previous question where you are supposed to get the weight in kgs now for 112th record. Okay. So I'll be, let's say I'll be using LOC function and here I'll mention 112. That is 111th index. So it is not 111th index, is it? Okay, we'll mention 111. Yes. So whether all the start value is starting from 0. Yeah, it is starting from 0. Okay, no problem. Yes. So you can see we have mentioned 111 now, correct? That means we are getting the 112th record. Yes or no? Because since it is starting from 0, so if I mention 0, you can see one particular value is there here, right? So this is let's consider this as the first row. Now what if I do? If I write 10th, I mean df dot loc of 10, basically this is the 11th record because already 0 was the first record. So same thing, if I write here 111, what is the actual meaning of this? This is actually the 112th record. Yes or no? Because it will start from 0. And if you count till 111, basically you'll be ending up with 112 rows. So this is the 112th record. Now from this record, you are supposed to get weight in kgs. Correct? So which column are we dealing with? We are dealing with the weight in kgs column. So let us copy this column name basically. Since we are using LOC function, you can give a comma, right? You can give a comma and you can mention what column you want to display. That is weight in kgs. Let's run it. You can see we are getting the output called as 122.4. So this is the weight of the player of the 112th record. I hope this is also very much clear. Any doubts? No. This is how you add the column directly. This is how you add the column directly. Okay. We'll add one more, what is that column name? Okay. We'll add one more column. Okay. Calculate BMI of the players. Okay. Calculate BMI of the players. Now, this particular question I have asked you earlier also. What do you mean by BMI? Can anybody just state what do you mean by BMI? It is body mass index, right? I hope everyone knows this body mass index. So to find the body mass index also, we require two things, that is height and weight. And there is a formula for this. So we'll understand what is the formula. BMI formula. Okay. So let us see the formula here. Where is it? Okay. Can you see here? Mass in kgs and divided by height in meters. Now, this is one of the solution. Okay, mass in kgs divided by height in meters, and that height should be basically squared. But do we have mass in kgs? Yes, we have the mass of basically weight in kgs. But do we have height in meters? Do we have height in meters? No. I want everyone to reply. Do we have height in meters? No, we have height in feet. Correct? So again, we are supposed to create one more column where we are supposed to convert feet into meters. So let us understand that. Conversion of feet to meters. Okay. You can see meters is equal to feet divided by 3.28084. So let us copy this particular formula. Let's copy this. Let's go back. Now let us create one more column. Okay. Just like the previous one, we'll create one more column here. We'll name it as height in MTS, that is meters, is equal to, we'll get the df of height in feet, right? And we are pasting the formulas. That is divided by 3.2804. I mean 3.28084. Let's run it. Let's check the df. Perfect. You can see height in meters now. So you can see 1.8, 1.8, 2.0, 1.98. So basically you can understand the meters now. So we got weight in kgs and we got height in meters. Now can I understand, or can I create a BMI column? Let's see. So to create a BMI column, you require mass in kgs that we have right now. We want height in meters and that should be squared. Even that we have right now. So we'll create a new column once again. And this column is called as BMI. I think already we have it. So not required a new cell. Okay, let's create here only. We'll create a new column that is BMI is equal to df of, what should be the value now? What was the formula? The formula was mass in kgs, right? So first thing that you're going to extract is weight in kgs. Okay, and this should be divided by df of height in meters, height in MTS, but this value should be squared. So one method is to multiply the same thing, but if you use asterisk, you can, if you use exponent, you can use double star and 2. That means to the power 2. Okay, so let's run it. Perfectly running. We'll move on to the next cell and check the BMI. Okay, so this is the output you can see, where we can see a BMI that is 22.86, 26. Okay, you can see different BMI values now. We have added 3 columns, that is weight in kgs, height in meters, as well as the BMI. Now, all the 3 columns, I told you how to add it, and also I have shared the formula. So you can just Google it out. What is the formula for all these conversions? And you can just make use of this formula, and you can create a new column. Now let's come back to the last question that of this particular data set. The data set last question is this. Okay, create a new column with the name BMI evaluation. Okay, you are supposed to create a new column with the name BMI evaluation. Now, after creating a BMI evaluation new column, you are supposed to assign the BMI status based on the following condition. That means if the BMI value is lesser than 18.4, then the output should be underweight. Okay. If it is less than or equal to 24.9, then it is healthy. Otherwise, less than 29.9, it is overweight. Less than 34.9, it is severely overweight. Less than 39.9, then it is obese. Greater than 39.9 is severely obese. Now, that particular column should be there here. And also, all these values should be there based on this BMI value. So, can you just tell me how can we do this? How can we do this? Now, this is a very interesting question. So what we'll do is, first of all, listen to this. Listen to this. Now, this is very interesting. So let us start with. First thing that I'm going to do is I'll create a empty list to store the categories. Now, why exactly I'll be creating an empty list? This I'll tell you later. Okay, I'll create an empty list, but this I'll tell you later. I'll create an empty list called as BMI category. Okay, so empty list means nothing but it shouldn't have any values, just like this. That is empty list. Now, next, what you're supposed to do. Okay, I'll ask you a question. You are supposed to tell me whether it is true or not, basically, or whether it is yes or not. Okay, so if it is yes, you are supposed to mention yes in the chat box. If it is no, if it is basically false, you are supposed to tell me false in the, no in the chat box. So yes or no, I want replies in the chat box. Is that clear? The question is, let's say BMI is 22.86. Okay, BMI value is 22.86. Now, whatever this 22.86 value is there, can I say this is the first row? Okay, this is the first row, or basically, can I say this is the first iteration? I want everyone to write yes or no if you don't agree. Can I say this 22.86 is in the first row, or basically, can I say it's the first iteration? Yes. So, what I will doing is I will loop through the BMI values. So why exactly I'll be looping through the BMI values? So if I don't loop through BMI values, can I consider everything at once? Can I consider every single BMI value at once? No. We are supposed to extract one particular BMI value and we are supposed to check it with the if condition. Yes or no? We are supposed to go to next, we are supposed to go to the second BMI value. Then again, we are supposed to go back to the if condition and we are supposed to check there. Then third, then fourth, then fifth. Basically, loop through each and every row. And which particular column we are talking about? We are talking about BMI. So are you agreeing with me? Yes or no? Yes. Right? Okay. Now, what I'll do is I'll write a for loop. Okay. Why exactly I'm typing a for loop? Why not while loop? Why not while loop? See, while loop we are using only when we do not know the range. Okay, we do not know how many iterations are there. But here we already know how many iterations are there. For example, 457. So it is limited, or basically it is finite. So that is the reason we are using a for loop. Okay, so for I'll be using a initialization variable called as BMI instead of I. Okay, we have used for I in range, right? Just like that, I'll be using for BMI. So for BMI in, okay, let's consider this BMI as the row. Okay, let's consider this BMI as the first row is equal to the 0th row. Now, from the 0th row, can you tell me out of this entire column, what exactly we are extracting or what we are exactly dealing with? What we want actually from this entire row, which particular column are we dealing with, or basically which column we want now? We just want the BMI column. Yes or no? We just want the BMI column. So can I mention for BMI in DF of BMI? So the meaning of this, in a sense, it will extract DF of BMI. Okay, if you just run it, I'll run it in the new cell, DF of BMI. If I mention DF of BMI, you can see we are getting all the BMI values. Now from this BMI value, I just want the first row. Yes or no? For timing, I just want the first row. So you are writing a for loop. That means this BMI is in the 0th row initially. So whatever 0th value is there or the 0th row is there, from the 0th row, it is extracting DF of BMI. So it is basically extracting this 22.86. Okay. So once it is been extracted, now we are checking that value. Okay. Now this BMI value, we know that the BMI is this 22.86. So the value of BMI is 22.86. Now, if this BMI is less than or equal to 18.4, then we are basically printing a value called as underweight. We can see here, if it is less than or equal to 18.4, it is considered as underweight. But can I print it underweight? Can I print the value underweight? No, we cannot print the value. We have to fit that value inside the data frame. Yes or no? This is the entire data frame. This is the entire data frame. Now, in this data frame, basically, we are adding a new column. And in that column, I want this underweight. So can I just print that? No, we are supposed to basically merge into the data frame. Yes or no? To merge into the data frame, we cannot make use of the print function, but we can, we are not supposed to make use of the print function. Obviously, we are supposed to make use of one more function called as append function. But what exactly we are appending? What exactly we are appending, and where we are appending? We are appending in this particular list. Okay, that is the reason we have a empty list. Okay, initially it will be empty, but each and every single loop, it will be updated with a new value. Okay, so BMI category, this particular list will be appended by the underweight value. Okay, now this is the first condition. We have how many conditions? We have several conditions here, so we'll keep on doing this. Elif, if the BMI is less than or equal to 24.9, then it is exactly same thing, but it is not underweight, it is healthy, right? Healthy. We'll go to the next. We'll copy the LF statement. Okay, so 24.9 is there. Okay, 24.9 is there. That is healthy. After that, we have 29.9, and this is considered as overweight. And next we have 34.9. That is considered as a severely overweight. Check the values properly, otherwise it will be same thing will be appended in your data frame. Next is obese. Okay, one more is there. So this will be 39.9. 39.9, and this is considered as obese. And the last one is considered as a severely obese. If all these values are being increased, or all these conditions are not being extracted by the data frame, then it is considered as a severely obese, right? Okay, so everything looks great. Everything looks great. Now everything is basically stored inside this BMI category, right? Everything is stored inside this list called as BMI category. So what I'll do is, first of all, I'll print the BMI category. Okay, just the BMI category, let me print. And let's see what is the output. Okay, can you see each and every value it is been looped, and you can see several values now, right? Healthy, overweight, underweight, everything is you're able to see here. Now this particular thing, you are supposed to put it inside our data frame. Yes or no? So what I'll do is I'll create a new column called as df of BMI category. We'll mention a underscore BMI category, and we'll put the list. Okay, same list, whatever we have written just now, same list I'll be whatever this list is, I've written here, and that particular list will be merged or basically appended inside the BMI category or basically data frame. So let's run it. So it is running properly. Now we'll extract the data frame and let's see whether we are getting the correct output. Sorry. Yes, you can see a last column called as BMI category, and you can see the BMI is 22.86, and it is considering it as a healthy weight. Let's check. Let's check. Okay, so you can see between 18.4 and 24.9, it's considered as healthy, correct? So all these are being converted into healthy, overweight, or whatever we have written based on this. So what's the first thing that you're going to do? You are creating an empty list. Okay, you are creating an empty list. Then you're basically creating a for loop. After creating a for loop, you're basically writing a condition. Okay, you're writing a condition. After creating a condition, then the same loop, same list, or basically the empty list, whatever you have written, just print that. Okay, and check whether you're getting the values or not. If you're getting the values, then simply put it inside the data frame and create a new column. Okay, so this is how you create a new column with the help of conditions. Whenever you are having such kind of conditions, this is how you create a new column. I hope this is very much clear. We have question number 11 and question number 12. Okay, I'll ask question number 11 and we'll wind up the session. Okay, this will be the last question for today. Yes, can you see? check the count of different categories in BMI category. Okay, check the count of different categories in BMI category. So, what's the meaning of this in a sense? You can see healthy, healthy, healthy here. So, I want to check how many healthies are there. I mean, healthy players are there. How many overweight players are there? How many underweight players are there? Everything I'm supposed to check. Exactly. We are supposed to use the value counts function. Very simple. Extract the particular column that is BMI category and make use of the value count function to get all these values. And obviously, it will be not be in the same row. So directly, let me use the reset index. Yes, you can see healthy is 262. So most of the players are healthy. Overweight is 114. Severely overweight is 68. Obese is 11. And severely obese also is there in the NBA player. That is 1. Okay, so question number 11. I think it's more than enough for today's class. So we have one particular question that is uh, a new function, but I don't want to stress too much in today's class itself. So we'll do that in the next class. Okay. Question number 12, we'll do that in the next class. And we are starting with the data visualization while coming to the next class. Okay. We'll start with the data visualization, basically how to create, different kinds of plots, how to create different kinds of visualization, all those. Okay. So that's it for today's class. If you have any kinds of doubt, kindly stay back in the meeting or else we are good to go. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you in the next class. Till then, good night. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. No homework. It's okay. Okay. Can't we insert it directly into a new column? No, we have to loop it. Okay. Since we are getting each and every single value and we are supposed to, put that inside a condition, we have to loop it.